I just bought a $10 tent on Amazon. We're going to find a campsite for it, set it up, and see if I survive the night. Even better than 10 bucks, you can actually get this tent for free. Just watch to the end of the video, and you'll find out how. Howdy y'all, it's Seth, and I'm out here doing what I always do. Buying cheap stuff to show you if it's any good. Today, a $10 tent from Amazon.com. Let's see if I survive the night. Needless to say, when you buy a $10 tent, you don't exactly get a name brand printed on the thing. But here we go. Quick little tour. It's basically 2 tent poles. The tiniest little rain fly I've ever seen in my life. At first I thought this was going to be a pouch that you could put in the tent to store your stuff until I opened it up and realized, nope, that's the rain fly. Then we've got a couple of really cheap poles going into some really cheap grommets. I don't know what those are called. What the tent pole holder. That's maybe if I'm going to be doing tent reviews, I should probably figure out what parts of the tent are called. If you happen to know, go ahead and drop it in the comments below so I can be a little bit smarter and more well informed. Here's the back side of this magnificent beast, and then we have the only window other than this tiny little screen netting. The only window here is built into the door. It's a double zipper. So if we come down here, we've got to unzip the door. And then we have a white screen there. And then we have to unzip this. And there we have the inside of our tent, which I'm hoping will actually be big enough for me. I'm going to start throwing some stuff in there. It's 50-50 on whether or not my sleeping bag will actually fit from end to end, so that'll be exciting. But you know what? If I buy a $10 tent, I am going to try a $10 tent for you. And I'm going to spend the night in this thing. And I may wake up crippled, as I do suffer from some back problems as it is. I may wake up wet. I may wake up down this hill. I may wake up, I don't know if you can hear it, there's a creek over there. I may wake up down there in the water, because I gotta be honest with you, I do not have a lot of faith in a $10 tent, especially when you see that it is already falling apart. And that is basically what the reviews said, is that this tent does not hold up well at the seams. So we're gonna find out. But it had 3-star plus review on Amazon, so maybe for 10 bucks I'll get my money's worth. All right, I'm all set up, and I am parked under my little cabana tent right now because I am sleeping in a $10 tent the size of my thumb, and that isn't going to offer me enough shade. I like camping, but I'm not going to curl up in there. It's 5 o'clock. I'm not going to sit in there all night long just to avoid the sun. So let's go check it out. I got it set up for bed. So my concern was that it wouldn't be big enough for me, and it's plenty wide enough, but the length kind of comes in a little short. You can see my sleep pad is folded up at the head of the bed, and I've got a pillow set up. I also do have my rumple quilt in there because we expect it to get down to 40 degrees tonight. And it's only June 17th, so live in the mountains, they said, where you can have 40-degree nights a couple weeks before summer starts. Alright, it is about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I am in my $10 Amazon tent, getting ready to hunker down for the night. The first thing I notice about this tent is that there's already condensation forming on the inside. I've not even gone to sleep yet. It was upper 70s or low 80s today, and it's dipping down to the 40s, low 50s tonight. And it happens quick here in the mountains, so that's probably why we have the condensation, just the sudden drop in temperature. But I'd prefer not to have that happen in a tent. This is my first time inside this tent, other than showing you the setup this earlier today. I will say the inside is very silver, which I don't exactly hate because it looks like it's designed to reflect body heat. But for $10, I'm sure it's cheap material and is just silver and really won't do much of nothing. But I'm going to take this hat off, hunker down, try to get some sleep, and let's see how I fare in a $10 tent. Good night. See you in the morning.
Good morning. I just spent the night in a $10 tent I bought off Amazon. How did it go? I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's go down the usual pros and cons list. Pro. I'm alive. I survived the night at $10 tent. That is honestly about it. Cons. As one would expect, the construction on this is incredibly cheap. You can actually see outside on some of these seams. I wouldn't think a person would have more than 1 or 2 successful nights in here before this thing really starts falling apart. Another con that you can't really see on camera is the amount of condensation that's in here. It is very wet inside this tent. We did drop from like 80 degrees to 40 degrees last night in just a couple hours. It was a cold night, but it's very wet in here. I'm gonna try to see if, yeah, that kind of picks it up just a little bit. I don't even need to go get water this morning. I could just scoop it out of this tent. So there's that as well. I did not anticipate this tent keeping me warm in the night. So fortunately, I was smart enough to bring a rumple quilt, which keeps me nice and, I don't want to say toasty, but it keeps me warm enough. But that is about it. The best thing about this tent is it has a lantern hook. Like, literally, that is the best thing about this tent. And almost every tent you ever buy will have one of these. But that is it. Even the door, the only window here is a screen. But you have to undo the screen to open the door. The screen, it's not built into the door. So then you have to open the door and then put the screen back up. But again, this is a $10 tent. I'm not expecting any type of engineering marvels going on here. All things said and done, I did make it through the night in a $10 tent from Amazon. This is a great buy if you are shorter than 5'6" and want to spend exactly one night outside and never go camping again. For $10, this will do the trick. If you would like to actually have a tent that you can continue to use, I would not buy this. To be honest with you, I was actually thinking about doing a giveaway on this video and mailing somebody this tent as a prize for liking and commenting, but I'm not even sure it would survive the trip through the mail at this point. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. But that's it. You get what you pay for, and in this case I definitely did. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'd like to have you along for the journey. And that being said, until we see each other again, happy trails. I'm going to get some breakfast. All right, I've changed my mind. I am giving away this fantastic tent with an estimated retail value of exactly $10. If you would like to own this very tent, go ahead and like this video and then comment in the comments. You can comment anything you want, or you could just say, give me the tent, whatever it is. On, let's say, August 1st, I will randomly draw a comment. I will reach out to you. You give me your address, and I will mail this to you. Unfortunately, I do have to limit this to people in the lower 48 states, that is the contiguous United States, because I'm not paying $100 shipping to send you what for you will be a free tent. Yeah, I'm cheap. Deal with it. So go ahead, like and comment, and this bad boy could be yours.